Man, I want to give a special shout out to my brother Josh for holding it down, dropping them 3-5 episodes earlier. So it's now my time, the other co-host, your boy Kerrion, to give his takes on everything we call sports. Football. Let's see. Mitchell Trubisky, Chicago. Y'all might be looking for head toward divorce, man. I don't think Mitch gonna make it. I don't think he the franchise QB for that team. I hate to say it like that. He played well last year, but I think teams got a good look on him. He's regressed. He's hurt. It's not a good look for Chicago right now. Let's see. Well, Dallas. Dak Prescott. He went from getting that Matt Stafford money to looking like he's going to get that Russell Wilson money. I will say that. I don't know if I want to make him the highest paid, but he got to get somewhere between what Carson Wentz and Jared Goff got to a little bit more, because I think he outperformed both of them, even though both their teams have been to the Super Bowl these last couple of years. Carson Wentz got hurt for the Philadelphia, and Jared Goff just played poorly than the last year's Super Bowl. Let's see. Phillip Rivers, I love you. You've been a dog for all these years, but I think this might be the last one for you, the last ride for you, dog. It hurts my heart to see Phillip playing as poorly he's playing right now, man. He just throwing picks like candy on Halloween, man. Just golly, my goodness, oh my goodness. Let's talk. What else we talk about? Patriots looking a little old there. Looking a little old there, guys. Defense is playing well, but they have not played a really good offense other than Baltimore's. And now we got the Dallas Cowboys coming up in New England, so that's going to be a great matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Lamar Jackson is looking like the MVP right now. This dude, what can he not do? He can throw, he can run. I mean, hell, he might can catch for all we know. They might have a halfback option under their sleeve. They ain't availed yet, man. This dude is unbelievable. Baltimore defense, my God. If that's not 2000 Ravens, but it's almost darn near close. I tell you that now, cause they out there balling, man. Oh man, sheesh. That team there, that might be a Super Bowl team we might see. So, man, what else can we get on? Oh, Jimmy G. Jimmy G showed why the 49ers paid him that money. He's showing him why. You know, I still don't put my faith in him, but he's playing solid right now. I give him that. Oh, man. It was a pretty good weekend for football. Pretty good weekend. But let's go on and talk about the two elephants in the room called football. Myles Garrett and the Browns. Oh, Myles, man. All you had to do was just put the helmet down, dog. You over here clucking motherfuckers like you in the WWE 1997 Hell in a Cell match, man. What the hell, bro? I'm talking about just straight up took the dude helmet off and clocked him. Blah, blah. And then the white boy get up like, well, hey, man, you still hitting my head to have my helmet. But Mason Rudolph, you know you were wrong for that. You instigated that shit. You had your damn cleats in the man's groin region. You might mess around in one cut. You might cut that man in the main artery, and hell, he might bleed out. You know, that was some sucker shit, Mason Rudolph. I hope he gets suspended for at least a game. He probably won't, because he's a quarterback. It is what it is. So now Myles is gone for the season. Yeah, they might add some more games next year. He supposed to appeal today. Haven't heard anything about that, but just no fighting, man. The sport already hard enough as it is. Just no fighting. Now, Colin Kaepernick. With me, I've watched everybody talk about it, give their own opinion about it. And I come to the conclusion that both sides did not win. I think that whole setup stinks to high heaven. On the NFL side, I mean, why would you schedule a workout in the middle or going towards the end of the season where teams are already trying to get their playoff push. Now, if they would have did this in the off season or a week before the season started, it'll make more sense. But since the season's already halfway done, I feel like the NFL didn't need to do that at this junction. I feel like they just said, fuck it, just gave him a bone and see if he bite. And for Colin, I commend him for standing up for his rights, for not getting fucked over for that bullshit waiver. But I need Colin to decide, do you really want to play in the NFL? I think his heart wants to play football, but I think the NFL is not going to let him play. You sue him, you won. Now it's like everybody wants you back in the league. Some people in the NFL probably do, but it all matters about the billionaire owners. And I don't think they want him in the league. And for me, I would not worn a Kuta Kinte shirt before a workout in front of 25 other scouts. That's just me. But for Colin, that's him. That's what he wants to do. He is his own man. I respect that from Colin. But in the end, both sides did not win, did not look good. NFL looked like shit like they always do. Colin looks, in some people's eyes, looks more crazier and more foolish in others. But I hope, and then the key word, I hope, that someday soon, they could just, you know what? Let's do this professionally, man. Let's just go on and be professional about the shit, and let's see what the man can do. No waivers, no nothing. Get him in the workout, give him some receivers, give some DBs, and let's see where he's at, game speed as a quarterback. Because throwing routes, to players, before the guy's not being covered, that's not showing me much, because he's not played football in 3 years. What is his game speed gonna look like? You know what I'm saying? I think that was the most important thing about scouts. Want to see what his game speed is. His arm strength ain't never left. That's not gonna leave, because he was already a talented thrower. But yeah, like I said, man, that was just a farce, and that was just a shit show up to high heaven. And hopefully, one of these days, the NFL and Colin can finally get on one accord and say, you know what? Let's just give him a chance. Let's just give him a chance again. So, moving on. Basketball. Yes. Like my boy Josh said, the Lakers are tearing up the league right now. Who wants to face that duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis? A healthy Anthony Davis, hopefully. And Danny Green shooting threes from the corner. You got Rondo and KCP and McGee and Howard, A.B. Bradley, and the rest of the crew. Frank Vogel's power plant is reminding us of the Indiana coach that led the two Eastern Conference Finals teams back in the day. So I see that. The Clippers, they just going to keep Kawhi on ice a little bit. I know he's probably still hurt. He's probably been hurt since last year. And now that Paul George is back, that's going to carry this. It's going to keep the score load even a bit. You still got Lou Williams and Patrick Beverly, Montrezl Harrell, a very underrated Montrezl Harrell. He will make an all-star team before his career is all said and done. I believe that, because the man's scrappy. He does the dirty work. He's a linchpin guy. I think he'll be like Dale Davis. He'll get an all-star appearance. He'll get one. I don't know when, but he'll get one soon in the future. Oh man, it's been a very good season so far, NBA wise. Like I said, Lakers, Clippers, Denver. Don't sleep on Denver. They still got some horses. I think they itching to get back to where they were last year and how they got put out. Who else is pretty solid right now? The Phoenix Suns. Give it up for the Phoenix Suns. These last 4 or 5 years have been terrible for Phoenix. Bad draft picks, coaches just can't keep a job. Now they got the right coach in Monty Williams. Devin Booker's playing the best as he played. Got whole other cast and characters. Unfortunately, they don't have the other superstar, DeAndre Ayton, who's suspended for the next 20-something games due to some whatever he was doing. But overall, it's going to be a very competitive West, and I'm looking forward to continuing to watch it. East, Milwaukee with the Greek Freak, enough said. He's looking to repeat. Philadelphia, when healthy and locked in, they might come out the East. They might, with that length and that defense, it's hard to deny them. Boston, the young guns in Boston, Kemba, Tatum, and Brown, and Gordon Hayward, before he got hurt. That was a team that you got to watch for. Don't sleep on Toronto. Don't sleep on Toronto due to the fact they lost Kawhi. They still got Kyle and Siakam and Serge Ibaka, Gasol. It's still a veteran team that knows how to play within itself. So you got to keep an eye out for them. Oh, it's another team I missed out in the West. Houston. I forgot Houston. I'm sorry. James Harden is tearing the league up. He's just doing Wilt Chamberlain numbers. Russell Westbrook looks like I think they can play together for right now. Hopefully they'll continue that, and I'd like to see that duo flourish together. Let's see. My team. If you don't know who my team is, it's the Chicago Bulls. Right now, I can't tell you what direction we head. We have some young players. Potential. I don't know. We have a potential superstar, but we got some good youngsters. Zach LaVine, he's kind of in and out. Laurie Marketing, I don't know what's going on with him this season. I thought he was going to take that extra leap. Wendell Carter, he's solid, but nobody's talking about my boy Kobe White. The boy is still, as a rookie, he's doing his thing. I would not be surprised if he's a starter before the season ends. He's just balling right now. You got to give him credit. When he's in the game, he makes things happen. I hope Jim Boylen puts him in the starting lineup and see what he does with him, Zach, and Marketing and Carter. Hopefully get Otto Porter Jr. when his foot gets okay. If I had to make a prediction right now, who's going to be where, I'm going to take Houston and L.A. in the conference finals, in the Western Conference Finals. I'm going to pick Houston, L.A. conference finals. I'm going to put Milwaukee and Philadelphia in the Eastern Conference Finals. I say I'm probably going to see a Los Angeles Laker, Philadelphia Sixer finals. I'm probably going to I'll probably change my mind by the time All-Star break, but for right now, that's my prediction of who's going to come out of where. And that's that. Like I said, guys, we trying to find a schedule for me and my co-host to do the show together. But if times like this, he might do a couple shows, and then I probably backdoor do a couple shows. So just bear with us. And once we find out our time medium, we'll be back together and we do what we do. We talk our sports. We talk a lot of shit. And that's that. So I want to thank y'all. Hopefully y'all listen to this, subscribe this, share this podcast, share this episode, or share the previous episode. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your co-worker, your cat, dog. Tell everybody about this right here. We're trying to make something happen. Hopefully when it takes off a little bit, we'll bring some people on the show. So, like I said, y'all be good. Y'all be easy. And remember, life too short. No beef, no violence, no guns. Just walk away, live another day. I'm Kerrion. We'll talk your sports-ish. I'll let you.